What the?
Could you scroll any faster? I'm gonna throw up all over your feed. Okay, I get it. Hilarious.
I'd ask you what you're doing here, but how is this? This is obviously a dream. Okay, Claudia, wake up.
Oh my god, for the last time.
Sorry.
To answer your question, I'm here to remind you of a highly requested video that you have been oh so kindly ignoring. Look around you. Well, I mean me. Look around me. Look at the pictures.
Oh.
You've been getting a lot of questions on how you edit your Instagram photos as well as keep up with your themes. So go on, make the video so I can get back to work and not drown in all the video request comments.
Oh, so you're my, like, Instagram fairy godmother, right?
Yes! Or you're just a 19-year-old girl talking to a non-existent smaller version of yourself on a cell phone. You should really go make that video.
Oh my god, am I bossy? Okay. Hey guys, today's video is going to be all about Instagram because I get a lot of questions on how I edit my photos as well as just keep up with my general theme because having a theme on your Instagram is quite the thing right now, ladies. So that is what I'm going to be doing here today, from taking the photo to posting it. Before we get into the tutorial part of this video, let's quickly talk about what an Instagram feed is / what I would consider mine to be. So basically, having a theme on your Instagram profile means where every single photo kind of looks pretty together. They're not all the same, but they complement each other as far as colors and what's in the photo. Someone once described it in the perfect way, and it's basically imagining that all of your photos are in one family, so everything just works together, but they're all individually different. I'm getting so into this right now. So, what is my theme? I don't really have a name for it, but obviously you can tell it's a lot cooler tone, so I like to have things very bluish or purpley, sometimes a little bit of pink. I like when my photos also have a pretty high contrast, so the darks are super dark and the lights are super light. Although sometimes I do add in a little bit of the faded effect, and that is pretty much my theme. So now let's get into how I actually edit my Instagram photos. So step one is to take the photo. Without this step, you would have no photo. So once I've chosen the photo that I want to post, normally it'll go through either 1 or 2 apps. So I like to keep it to a minimal amount. I don't like to do very much to it. The first app that it sometimes goes through is Facetune, and I know that a lot of people associate Facetune with just completely changing your face, basically. But that is not the reason why I use Facetune. You can actually do so much with it. First off, you've got the basics. So if you have any pimples on your face, you can, smudge them away. Also, if you have red eyes, you can take them away. And I like to use Facetune for the backgrounds of my photos, if that makes sense. So, for example, I had a photo with yellow flowers in the background and it didn't really match my theme. So, I took the light blue toner and I just drew over the yellow flowers. Thank you, Jack, for that idea, by the way. I think he made it black and white, but I just added in a little bit of blue. Also, if you ever take photos in front of a white wall and you have that awkward outlet off to the side, then normally I'll just Facetune that out so that it's just like a white background. So you can definitely do a lot with it than just morph your face and look completely different. So after that, it is time to throw on the filters, and the app that I like to use for that is VS Cam. So many people use it. Honestly, everyone that I know uses this app just because it's really good and it has a lot of different options. So for starters, I decide whether I want the photo to be black and white or a colored photo. So I'll use any of the black and white settings. There's B1, B5. I'll just use any of them, whichever one looks best with the photo. And if I want the photo to be colored, then I will use P5. I usually bring it down to about 5 or 6. Then I'll go into the editing folder and I'll kind of mess with this. So normally with photos, I'll bring down the exposure. This will all really depend on the photo, of course. I also like to bring down the temperature to make the photo a little bit more bluer to match my theme. I'll often go to contrast and bump that up. Sometimes I'll use the fade one. I never go more than 2. I almost always use tint as well, and I'll move it over to the right a little bit to add kind of a pinker tint to the photo. Sometimes I'll use shadows and highlights. Of course, it's different every time. So while I'm doing all of this, I'll kind of exit out of the photo and look at it compared to all of the photos surrounding it.
Quick tip, it's also really easy to see
God.
if your photo is gonna match match with your theme because as long as you keep the photos in order, you've got the 3 rows just like your Instagram page, so you don't have to worry about uploading it before seeing if it's gonna match with the rest of your photos. I'm just saying.
I'm right. Having all of your photos in order and seeing what it's gonna look like really helps to kind of go back and forth and see what you need to change about the photo, whether it's to make it lighter or darker or more color, less color, all that stuff. Basically, I just mess around with all of them. Once I have all of the filters and, you know, colors and adjustments all set, then I'll crop my photo to a square if it isn't one already. And normally I take all my photos in the square option now that you can do that in the camera roll. But if not, then I'll just turn it into a square, crop it, and I am pretty much set to post it on Instagram. And yeah, here we have the final product on my Instagram, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think it is definitely improved by the rest of the family. That is all that I do to my photos when I post them to Instagram. So hopefully you guys found this video somewhat informative. If you were ever curious, maybe you weren't at all, and this video was just totally useless. That is all that I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel, then be sure to click the red button up there to subscribe and watch more videos. Socials over to the left, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!